Namaste to everybody. I want to take this chance while I have it to wish you all Merry Christmas, as we say in the West, to everyone. And a very special time for millions and millions and millions of people around the world. Many people who are lovers of Christ, of Jesus, of his message and his life, his presence. And so Christmas is the time when people especially focus their attention, giving thanks for Christ's presence in the world, his continued, the spirit of his presence in the world to this very day. So many people we know who have visions, who have experienced meeting the Lord, not only as an idea, not only as a memory, but as the living Christ, the living being. And so today I wanted to just have a few words about this. For me, in growing up in a very Christian place in Jamaica, I was introduced to Christ at a very young age. The stories of Jesus, the parables of Jesus, the life of Jesus was very inspiring for myself and many, many people who were brought up in Jamaica, because he was our role model. For many people in the West, we have so many different role models, but for myself, the role model was Jesus Christ. And we learned so much through the life of Christ, of his love, his patience, his strength, his directness, his fearlessness. And I remember now one of the books in the Bible where we speak about love, because Jesus is so often, the name Jesus is synonymous so much with love and forgiveness and mercy and salvation. I brought today a little bit some words from the New Testament, which speaks about the life of Christ, as many people know. I would just like to add that not only Christians or people who call themselves Christians celebrate this day and the memory of Christ and the inner connection with Christ, but many people all over the world, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, people from all, people who also are not particularly in a religion, everybody knows something these days about Jesus Christ. It was not so much in his own time. He had much hardship from people, much resistance, much criticism, much persecution, much judgments in his own time. But his message has proven to be true. And the voice of those who persecuted him and so on, they have fallen away. They are recorded in the Bible, but people don't think about that when they think of Christ. They really feel the power, the Spirit of God. I want to read just a few verses from a book in the Bible, and that speaks about this love that I most strongly associate with Lord Christ and with all saints and prophets. It speaks here in 1 Corinthians 13. I will speak. It talks about the indispensability of love. And the chapter actually begins with these words. It says, "If I speak in the tongues of men or even of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal." What it means? If I speak in tongues, many people know about speaking in tongues. It's like a language of the Spirit, you may say like this. If I speak even in the ways that an angel would speak, but if I am without love, I am just making noise. I'm just making a sound like a clashing cymbal. It continues, if I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all the mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains, But if I don't have love, I am nothing. What does it point to? Even if you had the power to work miracles and to do amazing things, mysterious things, and people call you great, this one is great because they do all these miracles. But if in your heart there is not love, it still amounts to nothing in the spirit. It continues and says, if I give all that I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship, that I may boast, but if I don't have love, I gain nothing. Here he's saying, if I give everything I have to the poor, if I give all my wealth away, if I go through physical hardship, and all of this only to show people just how much surrendered I am, how much I am great at giving and so on, but it doesn't come from love, you gain nothing from that, not for God. And then he says, the prophet, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongdoings. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. I feel what a powerful message today, in a time when so much seeming suffering, hardship, judgments, cruelty, selfishness can be found, but also there's love in many people. He says that love is patient. Jesus is very patient. He was very patient with the slowness of his disciples to grasp his fundamental and essential message. He says love is kind. He was the epitome of kindness. When people judged against others or even turned some people away, he said, please don't do that. Please let them come. I've come for them also. He was kind. He does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. Meaning, he's not without ego, without arrogance. He's not claiming any specialness. These are virtues and qualities that emerge out of the heart and expression of anyone who is true. He says also, it does not dishonor others. It doesn't shame others. It doesn't speak ill of them. We know that Jesus could be very direct and very strong and in his way, because he was fearless and he spoke only in honor of God and what is true. So sometimes people found his words too strong. Sometimes they turned away from him. But he did not mind that, because he was only honoring what was in his heart. It all came from love. The love of God first of all, and the love that God holds all beings in. He says, it is not easily angered. We knew that Jesus got angry sometime. In one time, we remembered about when people were using the temple as a marketplace. He became very angry, and he even pushed over some of the stalls and made a big racket about it. He had the strength, that vigor, but it was all out of love, to teach the people to respect what is holy and what is true. But he says also, love keeps no record of wrongs. So even when people have done something wrong, those who love God don't remember that. They don't hold on to that. They don't hold against you what wrongs you may have done. They're quick to forgive. And that is also a very, very powerful message today, to be forgiving. It says, love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It takes no joy from wrong things. It is very happy when we are truthful. He says, love always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. That is clear enough. And finally, in the closing words, it says, love never fails. It never fails. We must, again, not just only cultivate love in our outer expression, but to find the love that is inherent in our being. When we discover that, it's not so much about expressing outwardly, because what you express outwardly should come from your heart and not just from your mind. So today, I feel to share this message with you, to remind you that all come from God, and God is the essence of ourselves. We must honor that. When we honor that, when we trust, when we love God, that love spreads out universally to all beings. It's not that you have to go around hugging people everywhere, but you must have that heart which holds all beings to be equal in your heart, the same like yourself. God bless you. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas. Enjoy your families. Think of those who are alone and hungry at this time as well too. Say a prayer for them. If you can, some of you I know at Christmas time you go out, you serve food to the poor and these type of things. This is living in the spirit of Christ. Happy Christmas. Okay, God bless you. Thank you.